Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Sokka here with another episode of Hearts of Iron 4 Together for Victory as Communist Canada. We are the Communist Labor Total War Committee researching guys, and we are now here. We are at 43% world tension. Japan is ratcheting up. We can't raise our conscription laws until we commit to war, which means we need to be in a war. We already have partial mobilization up. I don't believe we want to go early mobilization yet. It may be beneficial. Let's see what other things we can do though. Army offense, division attack won't be bad. Let's see, as far as our air superiority, special forces, armor. You know, I'm thinking if we are researching our mountaineers, then this guy might not be bad. We'll keep that in mind. Speaking of which, we are 100 days away from researching something new, so we can go ahead and get someone. If we were to limit our exports, our research time goes down, our factory output goes up. Yeah, sure. So now we should be producing a whole lot better. What are these guys waiting on? Oh, so they're just training. Excellent. Speaking of training, let's see what we've got here. Division is moving toward friendly territory. Aha! So now if a division is moving, we can see the modifiers, like what their speed is, what they're crossing, infrastructure. Nice. Very nice indeed. We'll see if the exercise is actually doing anything. If it's not, I'll stop it. Let's take a look at our overall stats for this army. Yeah, we lost 1,200 infantry equipment and only 140 in support equipment. That would be fine. This guy's about ready to get to the border and start training up. Ideally, what we want is a full 24 division spread for this general. He's already a hill fighter, which increases the movement speed and all that good stuff. But we have to make sure that these guys are properly trained up. Not enough manpower to reinforce. So is that why we are struggling a bit on the struggle bus? Could be. Next month, our manpower should increase. I really, really want our manpower up. And that sucks that we have to commit to war in order for that to happen. Commit to war. Or we could do all adults serve, but that would really start hurting our factories. I mean, limited conscription is the way to go, but we need to commit. All right, let's take a look at what we are building. We are working on our military factories. They'll be done in May of this year, which will give us some more output. Very nice. We have a massive surplus of aluminum. If we can find something to make that takes aluminum, we'll be in like a dirty shirt. Yep, we've fulfilled all of our needs. These factories are pumping. That's what I like to see, 100%. So 35.1 rifles a day and 4.38 support equipment a day is all they can manage out of those factories that we've got. We'll keep an eye on that. We're definitely banking. That's very good. We'll have some equipment in reserve to reinforce. We don't know anything about this, the Panama Canal Force between 8 and 12 divisions right here. Our standard stack is 9. Yeah, we've got 9 infantry plus an engineer and recon company. So it looks like our troops are a little bit better off than the United States right now. Can we start fabricating a claim? No, we can stage a coup though. Democracies can't justify war goals against countries that have not generated world tension. Should we just leave the alliance? That way we can start doing our own thing. It might not be bad. You know what? Let's just do it. There you go. The British opinion of the Canada popular state. Oh no, you left me. You are a faction traitor. Now what can we do? Now we can justify a war goal. And they have no... Yeah, Now let's think about this. They have no allies yet. It's 1938. What kind of details do they got? 12 to 43 divisions. If this is all that they've got, I'm feeling pretty good. You know, once we get the war going, is this crazy to try to take over the United States? It may be. It may be indeed. One division. What can you tell me about it? Not much? Our intel ain't much? You know what? I'm thinking we can. 12 to 43. And they're focusing on carriers. We want to conquer... Let's go for... New York? Why not? Costs 39 political power and will last 195 days. That's fine. That's right, boys. Canada is coming for you. Hopefully we can get out some more troops. Yeah, it looks like that's what's slowing us down on this training. These guys, what I'll do is I will select them separately so we don't use all that equipment up and move them over here. And then I'm actually going to assign the general to those. So we'll just have a regular old training brigade. And then this general will be in command of all of the trained troops, the regulars. That's what we'll do. All right, new national focus. We require the Department of Munitions and Supply, which requires war bonds, which means we need to be at war. Oh, good Lord. Let's see, grants the national spirit, resources to market, max factories and estate is up. That is fine. 50% research to artillery. Might not be bad. All right, one of the following must be true in order. We could supply the Red Army, which will join the Comintern, which will then support the revolution. I'm kind of wanting to form my own faction, but I mean, that doesn't seem good. Let's see. The effect gains supply, Canada popular state, Red Army, the German Reich, and the United States hate us. Okay, so 500 of our weapons goes over to there. You know what? I think that might not be a bad idea to do. Supply the Red Army, then we can join the Comintern, which will allow them to ally with us, and then we'll support the revolution, which can increase our factory output even more. I like that. Since we're not focusing on shipyards or the Air Force, that might be a legitimate strategy. Or do we want to try to get the truck and then the walkie-talkie for our research bonus? Let's take a look here. That may be pretty handy. Let's see. We gain a research slot if we get that Department of Supply. Let's see. Resources to market, max factories and estate goes up. That leads to modify the Great Depression, consumer goods factories, and a factory output even more. Let's go ahead and start down that tour, shall we? Start justifying on the United States. Hopefully, our manpower can come up. Diplomats in Germany and the Soviet Union. Yep. This can't be good, or can it? We'll see. We will see indeed. All right, how are things going in our training brigade? 98%, 99%. Once these guys become regulars, I'll shift them over to our general. France bans communism, doing all they can to keep the bourgeoisie in power. That is fine. We'll work on that. Yeah, it doesn't look like the United States is trying to front, although they are sort of heading over here. Tell you what, you guys are going to form a front line. Oops, I need to redraw that. You guys delete that order, and you guys are going to draw a front line here in Ottawa. And then what I want you to do is spearhead straight to Washington, D.C. That might work. Oh, that's my Navy. Well, you guys just stay put right where you are. That's fine. The thing about the United States is it's just so broad that it's going to be tough to cover. We definitely need more troops, and we can't do that without being in war. It's probably suicide, but we're here to have some fun and see if it works. Especially if we can get the Russians on our side, that might not be too awful bad. How are things going in the training side? You are now regular. You are now moving over there, good sir. Let's keep 4 troops over here in Ottawa so they don't just swing by and take our capital. Maybe we can cut off these divisions here. Possibly. And then we'll form a secondary line here with these troops. Matter of fact, go ahead and delete your orders, and I want you to make a front line right there. So now that army is going to shift over. Who are you? Oh, our militiaman is done. You're now part of this army. Get to training. You're a regular. Hop in this army. I don't know if we can do the split fronts or not. Let's see what we can do. Just make an offensive line, say, right here. No, that's not gonna work. Not that way. We need 2 commanders. Is there anyone I can assign over here that's awesome? A level 4 general here. Thomas Victor Anderson, who looks an awful lot like our commander-in-chief. You are now going to have your offensive line right there. And we'll just move you like so. Get your planning bonus up. Inferior enemy, the division is still preparing, but that's fine. It looks like what these divisions are going to try to do is sort of wheel around. If I can keep these guys occupied over here, then we can use these guys to cordon these 3 off and start making our way west. And then we'll use this division to push the Americans this way and hopefully squash them in the middle in a perfect world. Not entirely sure if that's going to work or be the case or not, but let's go ahead and get entrenched and let's get our planning bonus up and hopefully things will work well. Please execute in a balanced manner. I want you to be aggressive on that one. Yeah, these guys are entrenching in. Excellent. Almost done with the war prices and trade board. How's things going for our research? A little over a month out for mountain infantry. How ideal would it be if we were to, matter of fact, let's just edit the militia here and see what, oh, well, we can't add it until we know about it. Once we research that mountain infantry, I'll see about transferring these units to mountain, because we're going to be fighting in hills, and I believe that the mountain infantry do well in hills. Yeah, hills and mountain. So if we can transfer those guys to mountaineers, we'll be looking really stout. We don't have enough intel for those guys. That's fine. We should be almost done with our trade board here soon. All right, you are now part of this division. That'll get them to stop training. Yeah, you are going to be over here. That's fine. Yeah, you go there. Are you, yeah, you're still training. I don't like that. Stop training. Get your organization back up. Our output shouldn't be hurting as bad. Let's see, with our... Yeah, we've got more than enough equipment to support the basic training for sure. Now I think is the time to add Chief of the Army to get our army offense up. Just in case we decide to go to war, we need that extra oomph. That would put us over the top. Yeah, these guys are training up well. Anschluss of Austria. After a successful coup d'etat by the Nazi Party, no fighting has been reported. Yeah, so the German Reich is starting to eat the world. Things are going to be kicking off pretty soon. All right, our wartime price and trade board is finished. Factory output up. Adds production of aluminum. Wow, that's actually not bad. If we needed the production, oh wow, 3 building slots and 3 civilian factories. We're going to need both of those then. Let's get our factory output up 10%. I think what will hurt us tremendously is the fact that we don't have any reinforcements. If we were to lose divisions, there is no way we can come back from that. And I don't like that. You guys training up? You guys good? Yeah, you're digging in. Now, unfortunately, he's on the sort of the wrong side. Okay, so you're holding the river. Yeah, if we can distract the division here, we can move in and sort of sideswipe them. There's more divisions training up here, up in Maine. That's fine. And it looks like they're sort of shifting their focus up. Either that or more American troops are coming out of the woodwork now that they're being threatened. We have 12 divisions, and America has somewhere between 31 and 43. Okay, so America is definitely doing the work. While we're here, we could start making artillery. We have no tungsten, so it's at a reduced speed. What can we do about that? It's making 2 per month. Can we trade off for some tungsten? We only need 1. From Portugal, 1 factory. We'll do that. No template. Our mountain infantry is good. Now, if we were to edit our division replace these guys with mountaineers. Hit points goes down. Organization goes up. That's 25. We could do 5 and 4 and add the support artillery. Let's continue on with our mountaineers. That'll be good. Save that. All right, so now they are going to need artillery, and they're 288 units down. But these guys are mountain. That may give us the edge that we need. But we will see in a future episode. That is going to do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. All of a sudden, the invasion of America doesn't look too good. We might not act on our fabricated claim. We'll just sort of see what happens. Maybe we can get the Soviet Union to help us out. But that's going to do it for me in this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next Hearts of Iron 4 video. Take care.